to be for those of you who love makeup, you love watching the tutorials, you're all about the makeup life, but you may not necessarily have time to do all of those looks in your daily routine, or you just prefer a really natural daily makeup look. So I wanted to pull out some of my favorite natural products, the ones that really look like skin. They don't look like you're wearing a ton of makeup, but they offer a bit of coverage. They offer some concealing in the areas that you might need to spot conceal. Ultimately, I just wanted to pull out some products that I could recommend to you guys that have that natural, no makeup look. I feel like I know my audience pretty well, and I read a ton of comments from you guys saying, you know, I love your natural looks. I wear natural makeup on a daily basis. I love how simple your looks are. And so when I receive that feedback, that just tells me that a lot of you guys you know, prefer something that's going to look realistic on the skin. So I'm going to go through and talk about a few of my favorite products, starting with foundation. We're going to go into concealer, blush, pretty much cover the entire game. And I'm going to do some demos as I'm talking through actually on this makeup look that I'm wearing right now. And yeah, I just thought this would be something that you guys might be interested in. So let's go ahead and start. All right, so I felt like it was most appropriate to start this video out with an actual line that was designed to not look like makeup, even though it is makeup. And that is Pericone MD's No Makeup line. So in this line, they have everything from primer, foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, highlighter, mascara, and lipstick. So pretty much everything you need to create an entire full face of makeup, except it was all designed to not look like makeup. So they have the no concealer, the no foundation, the no lipstick. You get the picture. And so I wanted to start out with this because it's actually, the foundation is what I'm wearing today. So I'm wearing the no foundation. It's really beautiful. It is very skin-like and it wears lovely throughout the day. However, I wanted to throw in other options because this is a very expensive foundation, and I feel like there are several other cheaper options out on the market that can give you a similar finish. But if you are interested in Pericone's No Makeup line, I think it is a really innovative line, and I think it will appeal to a lot of people who don't mind splurging a little bit on their makeup. Pericone does put, I believe, skincare ingredients in their makeup. Most of their makeup products have some really nice ingredients in them, so just keep in mind it is a pretty pricey line. My next option is one of my all-time favorites, and I'm not going to ramble on about it for too long because you guys probably saw this coming. It is the bareMinerals Complexion Rescue. This is not even considered to be a foundation or a tinted moisturizer. It's called a tinted hydrating gel cream, and it's more so supposed to be a skincare product. It's supposed to increase your skin hydration by 200% after you use it for 2 weeks. I always wear this in the wintertime. It is completely 100% hydrating. It rejuvenates the skin, and it looks like just nothing on the skin. It looks so beautiful and luminous. If you have dry skin, if you're looking for something to get you through the wintertime that just looks super natural and radiant on the skin, Complexion Rescue is hands down the best. If you are a bit of a foundation person and you don't mind foundation, my number one recommendation would be MAC's Face and Body. I talk about this all the time on my channel. It's one of my oldest foundations. It is so youthful, so beautiful on the skin. It does not look like makeup. You can go from sheer coverage to about a light medium coverage with it, and it's just a all in all wonderful foundation. If you have not watched my video on how to apply this, a lot of people buy this and they try to apply it with a brush or a beauty blender. It doesn't really work that way. Watch that video and hopefully that will give you a better idea on how to use this, because it is definitely a different foundation. It's not like one that you would just go pick up at the drugstore or even a regular high-end foundation. There's a certain method to applying this, but very youthful. It is waterproof. It lasts throughout the day, and it looks, most importantly, super natural. So moving into concealer, I had one in my collection that I felt fell into the category to where it looked perfect enough on the skin to where it didn't look like makeup, but it also also provides a bit of coverage. I think it's really pointless to buy an expensive concealer that doesn't even conceal. And so the one that I think is just beautiful no matter what is the Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher. So the formula of this is ultra lightweight, but somehow it manages to conceal the under eye area. It's great for those of you who have fine lines because it doesn't sink into those and look really crepey. It's just a very thin, lightweight formula, but it offers coverage. Now, if you have really dark circles, you'll probably have to go in and color correct that before using this, or possibly even use a more heavy-duty concealer. I'm just speaking in terms of someone who is just looking for a little bit of extra coverage underneath the eyes that basically does not look like concealer and does not look like makeup. This is honestly the only one in my collection that I think is invisible enough to fall into that category. For powder, there is hands down no better option in my opinion other than the bareMinerals Hydrating Mineral Veil. This is the most feather lightweight powder you will ever feel, at least that I have come across. And somehow bareMinerals has managed to create this formula to where when it touches your skin, it has this instant cooling effect. And I read somewhere that it's supposed to actually be like moisture capsules like bursting on the skin. I don't really know if that's true. I can't even remember where I read that. I worked for bareMinerals for several years and I still could not figure out what the technology was behind this product, but it is so invisible on the skin, you never see it. It does not leave a white cast. It feels really cooling. It feels lovely. And it just sets your makeup without having the burden of, you know, that residue on top of your skin. Any translucent powder that I've used in the past normally has a white cast or you can kind of see a bit of residue on the skin. This just blends in wonderfully and it is just, it's a phenomenal powder. Nothing in my collection compares to it. It is hands down the most invisible powder that I have ever tried. So for bronzer, this is one I've been using for years. It is a part of the Pericone MD No makeup line and it is called the No Bronzer Bronzer. If you're OG to my channel, I've been talking about this I feel like for at least 3 years now. I discovered this and it was like my first encounter with a liquid bronzer and I just fell in love with it. I will say I do prefer it on my skin more so in the summertime. When I have a bit more color, it's just kind of blends in a little bit easier. But no matter what, I find that this product blends out beautifully. It's not hard to blend. It kind of melts into the skin. And you'll see in my demo, I kind of applied too much and it still blended out really nicely. So this is something I do feel like is worth the price. It's $35, but I had the same bottle for 3 years, which I'm embarrassed to say, but it lasts. So, you know, we all end up down that road where we keep our products for too long. So, you know, whatever. It's really good and it looks super natural on the skin. So Pericone does make a no blush. It's really lovely. A little goes a long way, but I don't feel like the color is universal enough to where it would match everyone or where it would be flattering on everyone. And honestly, I would much prefer to go out and pick up a MAC Cremeblend blush. These are awesome formulas. When you apply a cream blush, a lot of the time it has a slip to it to where it will kind of remove your makeup underneath. These do not. These are actually quite firm for a cream blush, and I just find that the color stays true on my cheeks all day. One of my favorite colors, and I think this was one of my first ever cream blushes from MAC, is Brit Wit. So Brit Wit is absolutely one of the most beautiful blush shades. It's like this nude brown tone and it just looks so natural on the skin. If you're not a fan of pinks or corals and you just want something that's really neutral but adds a little bit of color, this is a phenomenal product and color in general. I find that the color is just super unique. And I actually wore a Cremeblend blush on my wedding day. I wore something special. I think it's discontinued now, but I love this formula. It just looks so natural on the skin. And I think these are around $25, so still a bit cheaper than that Pericone line. And I don't know, I just think it's one of the most natural blush formulas I've ever come across. For eyeshadow, hands down, the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Sticks. I love these, particularly in the color Sand Dune. Laura Mercier also makes the Caviar Sticks. Those are really beautiful as well. I just find myself using this particular color on a daily basis. It is so beautiful, kind of like that MAC blush. It's like this brown kind of skin tone color, and it just adds enough color to your eyes to where they don't look you know, white from not putting foundation on, or you know, just like they don't have color to them. And I love this formula as well because it is long wearing. It lasts throughout the day. It dries down pretty fast. And something about it, it's just quick, easy to apply. You don't even have to have a brush. I use a brush, but you could use your finger. And just shadow sticks all the way in general for a natural makeup look. It's just so easy. So easy to use, so easy to apply, and me loves. Okay, for lips, I'm talking about kind of flesh tone colors, shades that look like kind of a neutral nude on the lips that just look really natural. Obviously, everyone's going to be different because everybody has a different skin tone, but I'm going to start out with the one I'm wearing right now. This is the Lush Color Lip Balm from Becca. I actually don't love these lipsticks, but this color I do like, and it's called Cafe au Lait. In the summertime, this looks really pale on me, but since I have lost a lot of my tan and I'm kind of back in my normal skin tone, this adds just a really soft kind of peachy nude look to my lips, and it's a lovely color. I keep it on my desk because it is more of like a lip balm formula, and it is really moisturizing, so it's just super quick to throw on with a natural makeup look. A good dupe for this, and one that I just love, I usually keep this in my purse, is the Maybelline Baby Lips Color Balm in wait, what is this called? Toasted Taupe. I know a lot of people raved about this when it first came out. I could never find it. I literally just found it in my drugstore like 3 months ago, but this is really moisturizing. It's that same Baby Lips formula you're used to, but it's like the prettiest nude color. I love this. I think it is such a great affordable find at the drugstore, and I feel like it's gonna match a lot of skin tones, probably more so fair, light, medium skin tones. Once you start getting in the tan family, I'd say that this will probably be a little too light for you. So last but not least is a shade that will probably appeal to those of you who have a little bit more of a tan, maybe deep dark skin tone, and it's called Pillow Talk from MAC, and it's just kind of like the perfect nude tone for those who are a little bit more in the darker range, and it looks super lustrous on the skin, and it has a bit of a brown undertone to it. Just depending on what your undertone is will kind of decide how it's going to look on you, but I keep this in my kit, and I love using this on people who have more pigment in their skin, and it looks like your lip but better. You know what I mean? It's just like a cult favorite of mine to keep in my kit and to use on darker skin tones. So I wanted to mention that because first two I talked about are definitely going to be for those of you who are more in the light to medium skin tone range. Alright guys, so I hope I sent out some recommendations for those of you who are into the super natural makeup look or the no makeup look. I just thought this would be fun to sit down and kind of talk about why I like these products and why I think you guys might enjoy them. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. And as usual, leave your favorite kind of no makeup products down below. I always love reading what you guys are liking, and it kind of gives recommendations to people in the comments as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.